Good evening, everyone. Welcome to ITV News. This is Tuesday night's calendar.
Here are tonight's main stories. First tonight, a couple whose twin sons suffer potentially life-threatening seizures have demanded the government free a logjam, which for the last 3 years has denied them what could be vital treatment.
Yes, here on Calendar, we have been following the progress of Levi and Lucas Atwell-Bryce. They're from Barnsley, now 15 years old, and have epilepsy and autism. But only one of the boys has been given a cannabis-based medicine to ease his condition. Their parents want access to a more potent form of the treatment.
But only 3 children in the whole country have received that drug on the NHS. And today campaigners took their fight to Downing Street. John Hill reports.
We wish them well, but next tonight MPs say the government should pause the rollout of so-called all-lane smart motorways until there's more evidence about whether they're safe or not.
Claire Mercer, whose husband Jason was killed on the M1 in South Yorkshire in 2019, says the Transport Select Committee report doesn't go far enough. She wants to see the hard shoulder reinstated on all motorways in England. Our political correspondent Harry Horton reports. OK, still to come on the programme this evening.
Campaigners say a decision to prevent a company drilling for oil on the Lincolnshire Wolds should send a message to government to end onshore exploration.
Lincolnshire County Council's members rejected an application to extract oil at a site near Louth. The company behind the proposal says it's considering its options. Emma Hayward reports.
Now, after last night's special programme, the first big deals of COP26 have been agreed in Glasgow, with world leaders committing to cut global methane emissions by 30% by 2030 and pledging to end and reverse deforestation by the same year. Yes, some big pledges there, and discussions are also being held about local initiatives to tackle climate change, with a panel today focusing on efforts in Hull to achieve the ambition of becoming carbon neutral by 2030. Now, that's 20 years ahead of the global target. Well, a little earlier, I spoke to the leader of Hull City Council, Darren Hale, who spoke at the panel. I started by asking him how they aim to achieve this. That's Councillor Darren Hale speaking to me just a little earlier today. Well, as we have been hearing, achieving the targets being set by COP26 will mean we all need to take action. That's right, and ITV's Tonight programme has been looking at the changes some households and businesses are already making to try and reduce their carbon footprint, and finding out how they could even save us all money in the long run. Nick Smith has more. It really was clear yesterday, when I was over at the plant at Siemens Gamesa, that the efforts they are making are huge. And it wasn't just for this country as well. I mean, where I was standing, if you were with us last night, if you weren't, I'll tell you now, was 2 massive 81-metre turbines, the blades. And one was for Hornsea, just off the coast. The other is for Taiwan. And they're going to make a 100-metre one as well. Yeah, isn't that the size of 10 buses or something ridiculous? It's incredible. Yeah. We also told you last night how you can actually get some tips if you want as well to do your own thing in your own home. Still go to our website. I think we all need them, don't we? Because I often question whether I do enough, and I think the answer is we could all do that little bit more. We could. And there's going to be more on this on the ITV Evening News with Mary, who is in Glasgow for COP26. A 21-year-old man has admitted murdering his housemate in Hull. The body. Last month, there was a large increase in reports of spiking incidents across our region. That's according to Humberside Police. Now, he's become a bit of a household treasure, hasn't he? The Deputy Chief Medical Officer for England, Professor Jonathan Van Tam, is to be awarded honorary freedom of his hometown of Boston. Now, next tonight, a pioneering new research in Hull that academics hope could lead to a breakthrough in the early diagnosis of endometriosis. Now, the condition which sees tissues from the womb grow elsewhere in the body, causing pain and sometimes infertility, is thought to affect around 1.5 million women in the UK. But it's often misdiagnosed, and with the only effective tool for diagnosis being surgery, researchers are hoping their work could save many women years of trauma. Jonathan Brown has the story. Fantastic work there, and we really hope that they do make moves on that. We've got John in the studio now, haven't we, John? And John, I have to ask you about this. So this morning I got my de-icer out. 3 degrees it was. They want to sing.
We have to pay for it.
I
tell you what.
We were in here.
On bonfire night, and it should be pretty to see you again, probably in about 10 minutes.
Fair when they start charging you for that song. Off we go, Duncan.
Thanks, John. Now, finally this evening, and returning to the theme of climate change, some of our favourite programmes are coming together to talk about the importance of taking small steps to protect the planet in the future. So, from Corrie to Casualty, Weatherfield to the Woolpack, storylines will be shared and characters
characters crossing over, making reference to the environment. It's all designed to tie in with the COP26 conference, and our reporter Matt Price has been behind the scenes at Emmerdale to see what they're doing.
Who do you reckon we should cross over with them?
Well, we were just thinking about this, weren't we? I'd quite like to cross over with Dancing on Ice and have a little boogie.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I
I
think
think Crossroads.
Why?
I don't know. Benny. I could have a chat with Benny. He'd be great. Love Benny in Crossroads, didn't you? Yeah. Here's John.
You'll have to settle for John.
Thanks, John. That's it. Next update, 10:30.
The national and international stories are next with Mary.
But for now, thank you very much indeed for watching. From the team on Calendar, good night.
See you later.